Profanity Nation.
Yeah, it's the new era of man for some old school fans with a new school brand. We got money on the mic with the plan in hand. And Stat Pat to his left, they go hand in hand. And to the right, we got Simpster, he putting it down. It's the Profanity Nation, we running the town, yeah.
It's the Profanity Nation.
Profanity Nation.
Welcome to the Profanity Nation podcast, where we are the voice of the professional fan.
Yes.
Weeks are going by, days are going by, and the NBA season is getting closer.
Woo!
It's one thing we can count on. Another thing we can count on are my co-host, Mr. Money Mike. What's going on, sir?
Hey, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. I'm 3-0 in my fantasy league. I'm happy.
Doing good?
Everything's great.
All right. I can't believe he brought up fantasy with me, but okay.
Yeah,
Stop.
Stat Pat in the house. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I am 0-3 in my league.
Oh.
But that's usually the winner in the end.
No, I mean, well, good, man. Rubbing some of that on me, man. I need it because I'm losing. But
There you go.
you know, we up in here, man. So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
We're
it.
up in here.
Let's
All right,
go.
guys. So, of course, let's just get started right here, guys. We are closer to the NBA season. What are we, about 10 days out from a week out from Media Day?
I think we're 6 days out now. It's on the second, Monday.
6 days out from Media Day, and then about 10 days or so out from the first
Preseason game.
I mean, it's here,
Mhm.
guys. It's here.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to, Mike?
What? Listen, I'm looking forward to just efficiency and nobody getting hurt.
So essentially,
no injuries.
Nothing in the preseason.
No injuries.
No, nothing.
You're not looking forward to this preseason at
Well,
all. Get
so-
past it. Let's just get the season started.
So the thing about this preseason, they literally already have a 12-man roster. So the three, because now they're spending the 15, even though 12 stood up.
Mhm.
Those other three are the ones that are either on Energy League or just come to every game and sit on the bench and bring clothes.
Right.
So let them people play to see who's gonna be the last three. But the 12 are already done. Like there should be no starters playing at all because I don't want no freak injury. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah.
You got
Stat. Can you live in a world where you're afraid of a freak injury at any time of the year, or
Yes.
does this team just have to go? And the reason why I bring that up is
Green Bay.
chemistry.
Green
Again,
Bay
while
Packers.
a lot of them are coming back, there are some key players that have been introduced to this squad that could be in the starting lineup or definitely going to be right off the bench. Don't they need to mesh with the LeBrons and the ADs before game one?
they should do a lot of that in training camp. And when they play the game, I'll play the starters first quarter, and everybody else got to get the run. Like if you haven't played with the Lakers, I'm sorry, Gabe Vincent, you playing. You know what I'm saying? Like Terrion Prince, you playing.
Mhm.
Like they are playing.
Mhm.
Christian Wood, you playing.
Okay.
Like Jackson Hayes, you playing.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
that's who playing.
Reeves will probably play.
Reeves got to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to get that bad taste out of your mouth, D-Lo. So you got to play. But LeBron James and AD, we got to put bubble wrap around them because they get hurt now really, really quickly. So all I'm saying is this. I do believe that when it comes to the Lakers, chemistry is a must. But one thing, I'm not afraid of them getting hurt this year as opposed to years past because I actually feel that we have quality depth on the bench that not going to give you the same production because how can you get the same production of AD or LeBron? However, if LeBron is out and AD is doing his 40 and 15 and 4 blocks thing, then if Terrion Prince does come in there or Hachimura slides over there, then he can get that 15, 20 points, a game. So I feel really, really good about if injuries do happen, it's not catastrophic as opposed to last year.
I feel that we can survive without LeBron. If we get hurt, God forbid, don't want to get hurt. We can't survive
Temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily.
Well, we
can't survive without
I'll say
so. Right. What I'm saying
I'm
is,
sorry. I know what you're
what I'm saying is like because we have those other players that could kind of fit in the role, and they could be a good balance, and we can still win games if AD is out there still. If this is the reverse, I don't think LeBron has it. I promise you, I'm not hating.
Right.
I don't think LeBron has it to put the team on his back
Anymore.
multiple nights, so that way he could will a team to victory.
See,
So
yeah.
if I had to pick one and get hurt, I don't want either one to get hurt.
If you had to pick one to take games off.
Yeah, to take
Okay.
games off.
Here's my
It would be
thought,
Lamar.
though. Okay, so you bring up the depth and being able to weather an injury, but what I'm hoping for is that the depth helps us prevent an injury. Can we reduce AD's minutes?
Okay.
Can we take him out of situations that we know taxes his body? I'm sure the Lakers, I mean, they go so deep into every stat and every number. There has to be something. What are the causes of his injuries usually? What are the plays? What are the movements? What,
Right.
is there some sort of common thread? Is there
Yes.
anything that can be done to prevent because of the depth?
And you make a great point, because as the fact that we have depth, we can go ahead and when you have depth, especially on the bench, it's my bench squad against your bench squad. And if I can now boost leads or chip into deficits, then I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting for my starters. And so when my starters come in there, they know, okay, we're in the game still. It's not like when sometimes like we're getting blown out in the first quarter and it's down by 15, and then the bench comes in and you're like, oh God. Now we're down by 26. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like sometimes you're down by, at least if you maintain, then you can come back and then chip away at it. So I do believe that is the case. To going back to Money's point, yeah, we can't sustain 4 to 6 weeks kind of injuries. I'm not saying that.
Right.
It has to be like a tweak ankle. We out for we're day to day.
Well, we don't want the high ankle though.
No, we don't. We don't know because we won't talk about day to day. We're talking about 1 to 2 weeks tops. Yes, we can do that. 3 games, 4 games, we can do that. But if you're talking about you're out for 2 months, then that's going to be a problem for us. But any team,
what team's going to weather that? Anyway?
Any team.
I mean,
take out Jamal Murray or take out Jokic for 2 months.
And any team's going to deal with that.
But I mean, that's definitely where the chemistry comes.
However, our team is the one that is more susceptible to that versus
age, and they've proven to be.
Yeah,
it's proven to be an issue.
Yeah, but it's definitely that's where chemistry comes in though, because when we need those bench players to come in there, be able to gel with each other. I said the starting lineup is kind of already set. We know what that's going to be, but it's the bench team. That's why I think they should get most of the run in
the preseason. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, and coach needs to see what exactly he has, because look, you talk about practice, right? And getting their runs and talking about getting their runs in practice with LeBron and AD, and that's true, but you just can't simulate game situations.
You can't.
And a true defense playing as opposed to playing against your own squad where you get to know their tendencies so well. So I think they need to play. I don't think they, like you said, maybe first quarter, this or that, just get some reps in there first, maybe even just 5 minutes in the first quarter, 5 minutes in the third, and that's it.
And you know what? Also, with this new Laker team that we have constructed, and shout out to Rob Pelinka, I mean, executive of the year. I'm sorry, hands down, executive of the year. Like, for just putting value on second round picks alone. Because
change the league
with second round picks. Okay, second round picks were like fodder for a minute, and all of a sudden now we're getting players with a player and second round picks versus throwing the whole first. Change the whole landscape of how we can negotiate deals again, right?
Yeah.
We brought it back down to where it was before. You got all these half self people getting traded for first round picks attached to them. No, we're not doing that anymore. So shout out to Rob Pelinka. But I think you have Austin Reeves hungry, ready to show that he's about that, right? Gabe Vincent, like, hey man, people are like, he's from Toronto, but he got this contract. He wants to prove that contract. Hachimura is still on the team, wants to prove his contract. D'Lo has a lot to prove. Like, we have a lot of this
working for his next contract on the next.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He had a player option.
Yeah.
So if he's auditioning,
he's the only one I would not.
Well, guess what? He's
a very tradable asset
in February.
Very tradable.
In February, trade deadline.
When Portland's calling.
Hey, I mean, shit, we gotta come up with something.
And then now next season, it's not this season, but next season will be the last season of Giannis's contract, and then he has a player option after that, I believe. So he plays this year. Now, if they don't reach some sort of terms, then they have to trade him.
Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't.
So
don't
let's
give me
not go
hope.
there. I'm just
Don't
bringing
give me
that
hope.
up, But
Don't give me hope, man.
So, anyways, and then of course
That would be
you still
awesome.
have Portland, like we said, Damian Lillard. So one thing's for sure, guys, is the Lakers have depth, they have a squad, but they have tradable assets. Go ahead.
I want to bring up something though, because we're talking about this whole injury thing. You guys know there's no rule out there, right? You know the resting rule.
Yeah,
right?
except for LeBron.
Except for LeBron. So I don't. So I mean, I just have to bring that up. Like, what exactly are we doing? First of all,
we know what we're doing.
Yeah, but
It's wrong. That's like saying, okay, well, and also when LeBron plays, we give him a WNBA.
yeah,
ball. I mean, where does this start? Where does it start? Once you make an accommodation, where do you start? Where do you stop?
Right.
No everything is the same or not the same. You either play in the league or you don't. You don't get special in the WNBA. You don't get special charter aircraft because you're the star.
So for those of you guys that don't know, the NBA has a new rule where every NBA team is prohibited for resting more than 2 stars.
No, more than one, right?
More than 1 star in the nationally televised game.
Mm-hmm. And a star is
except if you
except for if you have matched out your minutes in playing in your career where you get an exemption, i.e. LeBron James. So,
is he the only player?
I believe he actually
I think
is.
so.
So
I think look,
how
man,
can they not call it the LBJ?
well, look,
wait,
man,
wait,
look,
wait,
let's be
wait.
okay, find out what that is because
So there are 7 players that
Haslam's got to be on the list.
Okay,
he's not playing.
No,
I know,
absolutely not. LeBron James,
okay,
Steph Curry,
what?
Kevin Durant,
What?
Chris Paul,
Yes.
James Harden,
What?
DeMar DeRozan, and Mike Conley. They will be eligible for it.
Well, then we know what it is. You know what it is.
What?
You know what it is.
It's the superstar.
You know what it is. It's right there, and the league is literally telling you
They're
exactly
comparing Steph Curry's age and everything with LeBron.
I don't listen. They said
and DeMar.
the rule is
these are faces of
the league will pre-approve load management of stars who are 35 years old by opening night.
Check.
Or have amassed 34,000 regular season minutes and a combined 1,000 regular season playoff games. Well, no, 1,000 regular season and playoff games.
Okay, so essentially, it's not the player that is really exempt from this. It's the team.
Yeah,
because now the Lakers can rest both AD and LeBron on the night and just wave the flag and go whatever, and they don't get in trouble. But
no, AD is not on the list.
No, but he would only be 1 star resting. LeBron. Would be the
because he's exempt.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
So they can rest both their stars.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
And wait, the Warriors
the Warriors are exempt. The Bulls are exempt.
Yeah.
It's the teams
the
are
teams,
exempt, not necessarily the
teams.
player, because you could rest any single one player any night.
Yeah,
it's the team that now gets
teams.
to
the teams that have this provision that is like, I mean, what we understand, like, okay, ever since David Stern went from, we're gonna switch it from focusing on the team and then focusing on the star player. Once he started doing that, it was a player.
But David Stern never would have allowed it.
However, he also understands money, and he understands what. And then he also knows and understands
marketing.
He understands how to pivot. Because let's be honest, what's happening right now? Who is your young faces of the franchise right now?
Well,
of franchise or the NBA?
I'm sorry, of the NBA.
Yeah,
nobody.
It's fake.
Who are they?
They don't want.
Who
jobs.
are they?
Not American.
It was given to him on a silver platter. He did not want it. Okay, so now who do we have? Trae Young? No. Who do we have?
Yeah.
LaMelo? No. Who do we have here that is going to take us to the next level that we want to? No, we got these old heads, and we're going to market these old heads and keep these old heads.
Because there's always been, historically, there's been a crossover effect. It went from Kobe to LeBron, but Kobe was still there and playing while LeBron was rising. And there was always this handing, this
Where it's
unofficial
almost like
the torch, and you take it away.
Yeah.
right now,
Who's taking it from LeBron?
that's
tried to
what
give
I
it to-
think upsets you the most.
They
They
tried to give it to Durant. Durant
because
was the heir
nobody's
apparent.
taken that.
Durant was the heir apparent. They tried to give it to
Durant
Durant.
don't have the right personality.
No,
So what I'm saying to you is, who is that person?
It was supposed to be Ja.
It was
Ja
supposed
Morant.
to be.
Why are you not acting right?
It's supposed to be.
Because
So
it was
now-
supposed
late
to be
now.
Ja
So
Morant.
now
It's already too
so
late.
now the NBA, the league, the what I call it, like just the industry is now dependent on somebody to carry the torch, and there's nobody there to carry it for them.
Yeah.
The only person they can go ahead and carry is LeBron. And LeBron is going to keep his nose clean. He's going to do his work. He's going to ball out, and he's going to get these points,
So-
and people are going to tune in. And that's all they really want, because
they want safe.
they want safe.
They
So-
want. They
so-
want.
There's no
sponsors.
safe anymore.
They need to be able to get.
So-
And
so
someone
how
who's not going to
much-
talk about China.
So how much
Right?
is the NBA
China.
putting into Wemby to be good in Rookie of the Year?
A lot.
It's a lock already. It's his to lose. If he plays enough games, he will win it.
Well, you already know it's going to be Rookie.
Well,
of the Year.
no,
It's gonna be
you know
Scoot.
it's Scoot. Yeah, it could be Scoot.
It's going to be Scoot.
It
He's
actually
going to
could be
ball out
Scoot.
like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He's
But
gonna
he's
all of a
going to
sudden
have. See,
ball
the
out.
thing is he's going to have to do more than Wemby is to win that. To win Rookie of the Year, Scoot's going to have to do more than Wemby would have.
Well,
to do
here's
to
the
win it.
thing. I think actually,
Wemby
I
got to
think-
get at least 500. He got to take that franchise and make them a contender, or at least on the cusp
you have to
of being a
here's the
contender.
thing,
They can't just be wallowing.
No, he can't be. He's
So-
got to be 10,
I-
9, 8.
I
Yeah.
think a
Yeah,
lot of it.
No,
I
he
think a lot
got to
of it is
be.
personality,
He
though.
got to at least be 9. First year, next year, we're gonna get some free
He can
agency.
get to the play.
9 to 5.
They can get to the.
Yeah, they
play-in.
can get the play in.
Yeah,
Get in the play in.
Yeah,
Let them do some damage.
yeah.
I think a lot of it is personality and charisma. A lot of that stuff,
You can't control.
It's America, man.
So
That's what we do. That's America.
Yeah.
We love. That's how we market our players. I mean, look at me. We don't have like Embiid. Come on, we can't. Embiid is not good enough in the playoffs to put that on his shoulders. So
Yeah.
I mean, Jokic is like just basically like, I don't give a damn about this shit. Like
Yeah.
that's a problem about Jokic. Jokic don't give a damn. He's
No,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna win this and then
That-
give it back to you. Like
that-
I don't really care. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't care about it. If I don't win
But that's
tomorrow,
almost
I
why-
don't win tomorrow.
That's-
did my job.
I did my job.
That's
Yeah.
that's almost why they kind of had to.
And they were like,
really
what
be-
is going on? You got
Like-
Denver is the champion, but no one gives a damn about Denver being the champion.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if they go back to back, it's like, it's going to feel like Houston going back to back. And like,
Even San Antonio wasn't
Yeah.
that big of a deal. But at least they had some excitement.
at least they had
With
like,
Ginobili
yeah.
and
And
Parker.
then Pop
and-
might say something that's slick, get the,
he
get
was
it.
always fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, Malone is
Yeah.
getting there now with his
Oh,
sound bites.
he put himself right on the crosshairs.
Let's do this really quick, guys. Let's take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Profanity Nation podcast. We are the voice of the professional fan.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
be right back.
Profanity Nation.
Profanity Nation.
A
podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
We're back. Thank you. Thank you for joining us with the Profanity Nation podcast. All right, guys. So we're talking a little bit of NBA. We're talking future stars and so forth. But I just want to talk about, I always get a kick out of the media and how they, we're media technically, but how they tend to overhype, certain
Yeah.
things. And this whole Chris Paul now to the Warriors, they're talking how this is like going to be great. And this is not going to be great. Let me just call this again. This is hurricane, whatever that they said was going to be a storm. And I said, no, it's going to be a little bit of rain. And it was. This is BS. Okay. He is not going to be a difference maker on this team. Thoughts on that, Step Pat?
Yeah, it's kind of like you said, it's like that hurricane, right? And it just felt like a hard rain. Like it was like whatever. But when it comes to Chris Paul, it's almost like the Warriors are trying to emulate the Lakers in 2022. We're going to get all these dudes that are past their prime that are like, well, we got to just integrate them. And we got the nucleus and they're not going to upset anything. And we're going to, okay, go for it. Like, I mean, go for it. Like, you should be getting younger.
Yeah.
But you're not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just heard they were like, you saying Chris Paul. I mean, you heard like last week, they literally had 2 workouts with Dwight Howard. Trying to bring him. You see what I'm saying? Like it's literally the Lakers in 2022. Like you're doing what we did. So we're laughing at you at this point because you feel you're only a couple of pieces away and you need to revamp this whole thing, but you won't do it because you're scared to make any kind of moves because you can't upset.
And they paid Draymond.
Yeah. So you're done. You're stuck with that. The fact that Phoenix got better. And I really do believe
a lot better.
Yes, and I think the Lakers got better. And Denver is Denver. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're clearly the number 4 team, if not the number 5 team, if John Morant gets his head straight and they come out doing what they have to do. So, because, I mean, even though Dylan Brooks is gone, we still have, I don't know his name, but what's T-Rex? The dude with like the little dude with the Bane, his name Bane with with the big arms but short arm, like the muscle. He look like T-Rex. Yeah, so he gonna slide in on Dylan Brooks, spot, and they're gonna just not miss a beat. So I look at them like they're gonna be fighting for home court advantage in the first round. And for me, they got experience, but guess what? They had experience last year, and they played us, and they had home court advantage. And we snatched that and we won. And so, I just think that it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic is because they're going older versus younger. They're not paying attention. Like, and going back to what Money said, like about 3 years ago, guys, y'all listen.
Paul on the list coming together.
You don't have to look. Look, you don't have to get Chris Paul.
He's not a star anymore.
You don't have to get Chris Paul
qualify as a star anymore, maybe.
But you don't have to get Chris Paul if you do what Money said 3 years ago. Instead of picking Wiseman, you pick LaMelo. There's no reason for you to have that if you pick LaMelo first. You got LaMelo, you have LaMelo on that team. You would have had him on that team doing LaMelo things on that team.
On that too?
Yes.
Because I was like, man, if they get LaMelo, it's over.
It just feels
but they went for Wiseman. So
it just feels like what it feels like. I'm not going to pick Jordan because we got Drexler.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just go for that.
Okay.
I feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, guys. If you're going to project into the Western Conference NBA future for the next, let me say through 2030, okay, to finish out this decade, I see it as a 3-team race right now. I see it as Denver, Phoenix, and Lakers are going to dominate the Western Conference for the next 6 years. Thoughts on that, Money Mike?
I think that's pretty well. The ones that may fall off in that is actually Lakers. I think because LeBron is going
to retire by then
to decline. We don't know what AD is going to be. Who is next coming up? So I think maybe this year and the next year, but then unless we do something major, we get another star. I think we'll probably fall off those 3.
I think the Lakers will always do something major and get that star. Are those the 3 teams for the next?
I think so. I think so. And but when it comes to the Lakers, I think the Lakers have now proven competency. Before we were like, okay, what is this franchise doing? They're just out there. They're just making stupid decisions. They traded for Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no faith. It's almost like when LaMarcus Aldridge decided to like not take the interview with us. Like, we just not have anybody coming to the table and like listening to our pitch. Now, We got people listening to our pitch. And not only that, we got people listening to our pitch and taking team-friendly deals.
Yeah, risks to come.
Yes,
to
to come to the
Again.
Lakers. So it's not that we don't have any cachet. We do have that. And so if you do open up a max spot, somebody is going to want to jump in, especially if AD is AD. Jump in, take that be that number 2.
Mhm.
Go ahead and then do it in a Laker uniform and then build legacy. So I think we still are really, really good right now because we are able to pivot. I mean, especially we have now got away from the Pelicans, the deal. So now we're starting to get control of first round picks again. So I mean, it's just looking because we weathered that. Right, the pick swaps, the like all that. So we weathered all of that, and now we have our picks going forward, and we can do things with them. So I think the Lakers do have a lot of movement. They can do it. Even there, people are already talking about like Jeremy Grant, and I know or Dame or people like that's how good our contracts are. That we can take some of these 4 players and then trade them
assets
to get another superstar. So yes, I think you're right, but at the same time, we can't go for the old guy. We gotta go for the young dude because we gotta. I'm gonna tell you who we gotta hold out for. And y'all go. I don't know if you agree with me. We gotta hold out for Ant. We gotta go get Ant. I mean, I think Anthony Edwards is really, really good. And I think if he gets in with a Laker uniform, he is going to show out because he has that kind of ability of taking over and just he's unstoppable. No one can stop him. So we need that. And then if AD want to get hurt, we got a dog right there. He's ready to go for him.
But who's our guard? Who's going to handle the ball?
Well, we still got Reeves. We still got Reeves. So we still got and Reeves wants to be there.
Yeah, see, I'm not trusting Russell.
Sure. I'm not trusting Russell. I mean, but Reeves don't. Reeves want to be there.
Yeah.
Reeves want to be there. Reeves will stay with the Lakers if the Lakers give him a good deal because he likes playing in LA. Mm-hmm. So I think Reeves will stay. You get somebody else like that, but yeah, I think we're in a good spot.
Okay, well, look, I think this year definitely we are. It's going to be really competitive. Hopefully, I don't want another mediocre season. I want somebody. More than one team wins 60 games.
Yeah.
I think that we definitely need that. Last season it was
kind of
like.
Are you talking about in each conference or just one conference?
I mean, I think if
be honest with you,
teams win 60 points,
we got to have at least one in each conference.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I got that, but it would have to be 58, 59.
You got to be hovering. You got to be hovering.
Everybody was like 48. Barely getting 50. I was like,
55.
A very
lackluster. 55 won the conference or something like that.
And there really was no rhyme or reason why, why it was such a mediocre season, but it was.
The NBA would say parity, but no.
No, this is not the NFL.
No. That wasn't what was going on, guys. Okay, so like we said, we're getting close. So we'll see what happens with the Lakers. Go ahead.
Can I bring up something? Because I don't know. So I don't know. I mean, I just want to go ahead. I don't know how to start this, but but I don't know if you caught the interview with Dwayne Wade a couple days ago. Dwayne Wade actually said a lot of people thought that the Heatles, the Miami Heat, got together because of Boston. That's what they thought. However, Dwayne Wade, just about either yesterday or a couple of days ago, said that the reason why the Heatles got together, and it with Pau Gasol was sitting right next to him, he says because Kobe won 5 championships. He said, when I saw Kobe Bryant win 5 championships, I turned the TV off. I don't want to see that no more. He said he got on the phone with LeBron, like, what you gonna do? It was Kobe Bryant
that forced that.
So if we're talking about adding to the legacy, the reason why we got the Heat is because Kobe, because guess what happened? After they said they're going to do that, Mitch Kupchak got on the phone and said, I want Chris Paul and Dwight Howard. And they said, hell no, because it was going to be 6 or 7. It wouldn't have been, I mean, come on. Dirk Nowitzki beat them. And the team that is built to beat the Lakers, the San Antonio Spurs, beat them. So if you give Kobe Bryant basically Chris Paul and souped up Tyson Chandler, because basically that's what I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's be real here. Because he would get 50, he would win 58 games. He would get winning 58 games with David with David West and straight up Tyson Chandler. You know he would have do damage with Dwight Howard. So don't play with me. They knew. They said, hell no, we ain't doing that no more. So I think if we're talking about Kobe's legacy, like I said, it's just a sidebar. That's
another notch on Kobe.
It's just another notch on Kobe legacy.
It is in the myth.
In the myth, it just grows.
All right, let's continue. Let's get to our second break if you can. We'll take a quick little break. We will be right back. You're watching the Profanity Nation podcast. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services. Thanks for sticking around. That wasn't long at all. You're watching or listening to the Profanity Nation podcast. All right, guys, let's move on to some football, NFL, college, Dion. We've got a lot going on. Money Mike.
Yes.
Let's start with college and then move our way up. Dion, Colorado.
First of all, you know, Dion, I wanted to let you know, like, Dion, I believed. I really believe. Look, Dion, look. I'm gonna tell you how much I believed. I called up my homeboy and said, "Hey, Dion. I ain't gonna say his name, but hey, man, can you still put in bets?" He was like, "Yeah." I said they were down. They were plus 21. I said, "Nah, they may not win, but they ain't gonna lose by 21." I believe, Dion. Dion, listen, I believe so much. I put money behind my belief, Dion. Y'all
put your money where your mouth is.
You guys were plus 21.
You did that.
You were plus 21, Dion.
You did that.
I put my money behind that because y'all were plus 28 against TCU, and y'all covered and won. I didn't know if you was gonna win, Dion, but I believe so much that I lost money on you, Dion.
Yeah.
Because for that plus 20, and I lost money on you in the first quarter. Let me clear. It was the first quarter.
Money was gone in 15 minutes. It's like playing craps.
It's like, shit.
It was the first quarter. And I mean, look, I think it was 14-0, you know, at the end. But he said, the fact that if for those of you guys that don't know, there are three parts of football, right? It's offense, defense, and special teams. And Deion Sanders' team, I love Colorado. I still believe they lost in all three.
They got smacked in all three.
I mean,
they lost all three sectors.
All three phases of the game. They got smacked.
Sanders was getting sacked.
Yeah.
They were running all over them. They was catching every ball. And they did, and special teams, they couldn't do anything at all. They had almost equal amount of penalties than they had in the game. So, Dion, I still believe, but I'm not putting no money on you, though.
No money's done.
Now, with that being said, I have a couple issues. I have a couple issues with the Oregon coach, right?
Okay.
First of all, I think Oregon coach did a great job in preparation. I said the key that's happening is like the first couple of games, there was no tape on these players. Because nobody, like TCU knew nothing about these players because there was nothing.
No tape on the offense.
There was
no
nothing
tape on
at all.
True that.
Now they got tape.
Right.
And I know that they had no, I knew in the TCU game, they had no defense and you could run right through the middle.
Yeah.
I knew, even Dion admitted, they ain't got a running game. So I knew by the second game, they go out to pass ball. So by the third game, you already know everything they're going to do. And Travis Hunter is not there.
Right.
So look, we saw that. But what I don't like is the coach going in there and talking about we here for competition. We're not here for clits. Come on, dog. You here for clits. I'm gonna tell you why you here for clits. You here for clits because you told the guy the cameraman to come inside so he could do your speech.
Yep.
That was prepared. You wrote that 3-4 days before. We already know you did. Number two, the reason why you doing it for clits is because that game would not be a nationally televised game if Colorado wouldn't have came there.
Right.
Colorado, now listen, Colorado, every game 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 next week are all on regular TV. That has never happened. Usually they alternate games and everything.
It ain't been like that since Cordell Stewart and Rashawn Salam back in the day when they won in Heisman's like that back in the day.
But listen, USC ain't getting a nationally televised game every week.
No.
UCLA, Alabama ain't getting a nationally televised game every week. They're getting they had ESPN and Fox come in on the same day in Boulder. Come on, man.
Bro.
Like you going there for
Colorado State, Colorado was nationally televised.
Nationally televised. Now here's the thing.
And you watched.
I did.
Here's the thing.
Sure did.
Oregon coach, I'm not mad at you though. I'm not mad at you for taking the opportunity because that's what you're supposed to do. But just don't act like you are mad
about it.
It was don't act like you're above it. Because hear what I'm saying. So we have the University of Oregon, Phil Knight's alma mater.
Right.
Okay. Literally Nike U. Okay. Pouring money into every facility, pouring money into uniforms, any kind of equipment. University of Oregon has the state of the art. You are saying that you're not doing this for clicks, you're doing this for wins. However, you're the same university that has 50 million uniform changes. So you got the whole thing. Like all the kids love the flash. You say you're not doing for flash, you're doing it for wins. Okay, well, what's more flashy than the Oregon going away from their traditional green and yellow and going all silver with a black? We're not even doing school colors anymore. We're just doing hot uniform changes. So if you're talking about we're not doing it for the flash, your whole thing is built on flash. You lured recruits because you're the flashiest team out there in the college football. That is your claim to fame. Do not shy away from that. That's what my whole problem is. And if you're like going back to you're not in it for that, but you're saying you want the camera crew to tape your speech, and then you also is now put out a post-production tape of the whole thing with the other team mic'd up talking crap about so what are you doing right now? Because right now
they're not fooling anyone.
Yeah, you're not fooling me, and it's not genuine at all. You're not like, oh, look at me, because at the same time you knew going into that game you were a 21-point favorite. Don't play.
Right.
Don't play. Yeah. If you were only a 2-point favorite, you'd be shaking in your boots. You would not be saying all that greasy stuff, because guess what? Bulletin board material will come back to haunt you, because then you're going to have egg on your face. If you said that to SC and you got smacked by 21 points, you look stupid.
Yeah.
But you knew you were playing Colorado, and you knew they were not up for the task. And so you did that just for looks. I mean, just for clicks. And so now, guess what? What's the soundbite we've been playing over there? What you just said. We're doing it. We're not flash. We're doing this. That's the soundbite. So now we're not doing it for clicks, but all of a sudden, now you're a soundbite?
Exactly.
No. I'm sorry. You're disingenuous, and you're not fooling me. And so now I just want you to own it. Because when you play somebody else that's going to put it on you, just take the L, shake his hand, and walk off. And then give that same speech that, yeah, I fucked up.
I love how Deion's just upsetting everyone and just knocking even.
But we know what it is. I ain't gonna say it.
They're knocking these established coaches out of their comfort zone.
But we know what it is.
You know what it is.
We know what it is. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. We know what it is.
All right.
America, we know what it is.
It's
Right.
just funny because
Yeah.
they're just all sitting there.
Well, because
It's so crazy.
look, the thing
It-
about
it-
it, the thing about it is, and what I do love is Dion is the perfect person in the situation.
He's tough.
Because
He can take it all.
He
My
well,
God.
not only is he
God.
gonna take it all. He literally is like was like, yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. You know,
Mhm.
we got a butt whip. Yeah, they supposed to gloat.
Mhm.
You know, give me everything. Like he wants to take it because hey, we got our butt kicked. And thank you for reminding me. Talk smack. You did exactly what you were supposed to do.
Yes.
He encourages them to talk that crap
Right.
because
He owns it. Just
Yes,
like
he
you
owns
said.
it.
He's
He
like,
has
cool.
owned it. Because at the end of the day,
Just like you said.
It ain't no excuses. Like,
no
hey,
excuses.
we play like crap.
And-
Y'all suck, and we need to get better. Y'all didn't hold each other accountable. Y'all weren't ready.
We're not ready.
And listen, he didn't just blame the players. He said, hey, it's on the coaching staff. It's on me. Everybody's on notice. And he let that be known.
But you know, he has security knowing that he is Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
That's why
Mhm.
I think he's Teflon. Because he's looking at you, bro. Have you ever been the best ever in anything you have ever done?
But here's the thing.
I have.
Well, plus has
I
there
am the
been
best ever
anything?
that I've
Hey,
done.
But
So have you been?
But can you say anything about him that hasn't already been said?
No.
Through his career, the
And
hate, the
he's
love,
been
there's-
worse. And he
Yeah.
was worse when he was younger.
So
So
there's
this
nothing
is
you
like
can
just
do.
tame.
But
That's
you know
it.
what?
There's, you can't,
Hey,
like you say, you can't hurt
hey,
him.
You know what's great? Here's the Colorado's record is 300% better than it was.
Yeah,
last year.
exactly. Already. Again, he had nothing to lose.
That's
Everything
all
to
I'm
gain.
saying. 300%.
I'm still.
And look.
And,
what you know,
and,
and I love what he said. He said, "You better get me now,"
Yeah, I like
because
that.
you know people are coming.
Yeah.
They love, he's not just raising, players that bring them in. He treats them like family, like he's a father, their son. He's hugging on them. He's teaching them to be men. He's trying to get them to graduate. He. I don't know if you saw the video.
Yeah.
He brought women in, talk about, hey, none of y'all gonna disrespect any of these women over here. You know what I mean? He has a certain standard, and he talks about men versus Travis Hunter. Text him, say I want to play. Say, hey man, you gonna play on Sundays? You get healthy. I love you, and that's it. You know what I mean? He said I love you more than the game, and so when you see that in Dion, that's when it's gonna make people want to come.
Yeah.
And everybody gonna want to go through a brick wall. For
Yes.
him. So when you
Yes.
get those players that's capable to go through a brick wall, ooh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, my
Once
God.
he start to recruit,
And he said, listen, he needed about 8 more dogs.
because you know
and
what
they
he
coming.
needs? He needs trenches.
Yeah,
But once he get the trenches,
yeah.
once he be able to get the trenches,
he needs the
he's
line.
going to get the
Mhm.
speed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But once he get offensive, defensive line, it's going to be a wrap. It's going to be a wrap.
100%.
And he's going to go to a conference where Texas and Oklahoma are out, but it's a Power 5 conference. So now all you gotta do is just win your conference, and you'll be in the college football playoff picture, especially when they expand it to 8 teams.
Yeah.
So now it's
Oh yeah.
he's looking at it like,
When's it
yeah,
gonna
I got
happen?
this.
When's it gonna happen? My water boy effect. When's it coming? When's another school gonna hire?
Okay, so
You know it's gonna happen, and
So-
it's gonna be disastrous. I can't wait.
hold on. This is what I feel about Colorado, and I mean, money. I want to see. What you think about this? Dion got 2 more years, bro.
I think he should stay though.
I think
No,
he's
you
going
think
nowhere.
he should stay?
He ain't going nowhere.
He should stay. He got 2 more
I
years.
just saw somebody say they offer him 160 million. Who said that? Somebody just
And
said
then
that.
the pool is going to be too dry, because especially if he gets his players, especially if he finish in a top 5 bowl, and
So are you
get
saying
there,
you go to a different school or
No.
NFL?
NFL.
I don't
no,
think so. No.
I don't think he.
I think
he'll
he
transform.
likes working with the kids.
I think
Okay.
I can see him.
he doesn't need the money.
I can see.
He doesn't
him,
need the money, but the
I-
accolades are there.
I can
so
see him
soon.
going to a bigger college. I cannot see him going to the NFL because
If he
the
goes
reason
to a
why-
bigger college,
the
then
reason
he
why-
has to go to the South.
The reason why I don't see him
I
going
think
to
he
the
wants to do it
NFL
there in
is
Colorado.
because he wants to mentor. I
Kids.
really feel like his calling is mentoring these kids, and there's no mentorship.
And I really want to see the Dion effect 4-5 years from now.
I do too.
I'd like
I
to
do
see
too. I do
how
too.
many players he helps get to the
I
NFL.
just think that the pool.
How many players and his players, how they proceed in life with his tutelage.
That'd be cool.
This is what what the real.
I hope
Deion
somebody's
is.
following that documentary style to see these
they
paths.
are. Trust me.
Yeah.
They are.
I'm just saying.
They're already started
Trust
right
me.
now. Believe
Yeah,
me,
they
somebody
are.
picking up the
They
camera.
actually have a documentary I just watched on Netflix when he was in Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just
Okay.
a
It's already happening. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prime time. On
Yeah.
Showtime.
So no, I don't see him in the NFL. I definitely see that he wants to mentor the kids. So I think that actually is his calling. But the prime time effect is going to be when Alabama and Clemson don't get those big boys. That's
He still won,
huh?
and he's already stealing them. He's
Right.
already
When he
stealing.
gets to pluck them.
He's already plucking.
when
He's
that
already
happens.
plucking.
When that happens.
All
He's
right.
going into their backyard and he's plucking.
We're going to see.
100%.
We were going to try and get to NFL, but we're not going to have time, guys. So Chargers won a game. Yay. Rams are the Rams. So they're hurting.
Rams lost.
Yeah, the Rams are hurting.
Hey, Rams found another Cooper Cup. His name ain't Cooper Cup. It's Tua Powell or whatever.
I don't want to mess his name up.
Yeah, well, y'all know who I'm talking
All right,
about.
well, we'll get to that. Hopefully we'll get to more NFL next week, guys.
Pukwa, I think it is.
But if you,
Pukwa.
and I know you do, watch or listen to the show, then you know that we always finish the show with a segment we call Money Mike's Out of Bounds. Money Mike's going to share his thoughts or opinions on a topic, and it's really simple. He just wants to know, are those thoughts or opinions in bounds or out of bounds? Money Mike? You got the mic.
So I know I say this every week. I think y'all gonna agree with me. I think the world's gonna agree with me. This has nothing to do with sports.
Okay.
This is just something that I was just like that I've seen, and then I realized I thought about it, and I just wanted to bring it to attention. Okay. Am I out of bounds to say? Well, first of all, I gotta say this in the ranting. Every time we go out to eat, right? You go out to eat. If I go to Subway, if I go to Denny's, if I go to freaking McDonald's, they always asking me for 18% tip. Like, what am I doing? Why am I tipping? Why am I tipping this guy to take my order for the hamburger? Jersey Mike's. Why am I tipping you 18%?
At least they ring the bell.
Here's
or
the
something
thing.
for you, Jersey
Here's my
Mike's.
question. When did it go to 18%? Like, did anybody have a conversation on 18? Who decided this? I understand COVID happened. Like, it went from 15 to 18%, and now we go to Yogurtland, and you want me to tip you for giving you my money? Like, how efficient?
You fill your own yogurt too.
Yeah, I'm filling my own yogurt. I fill my own yogurt.
You stick it on the weight thing. They push one button and go $4.
And then they want me to give them 18% tip.
No.
Like, listen, hold on.
I know it's.
Help me
ready.
out.
I'm ready.
World. Am I out of bounds to say? First of all, it needs to go back to 15% because I never gave it permission to go to 18%. And number two, am I out of bounds to say that you need to stop trying to pimp the game and tip me for no reason and giving tips for no reason? You know, fast food restaurants should not be asking for tips.
Okay.
You want to do this? You want to do this?
Go ahead.
Okay,
am I out of bounds?
You want to go for
Am I
it?
out of bounds?
I'll let you go.
I'll go.
I'm out of bounds.
You in bounds, bro. Because I'm saying, like, look, like, I didn't even realize that Yogurtland does that. Like,
Man,
that is wild.
everywhere I go.
That is wild to me.
You have to skip everywhere I go. I have to skip the thing. I went about a smoothie,
Which kind of says I'm an asshole.
And that's what it implies.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm an asshole.
That's jacked up.
Because they're looking at you and you're
That's
like,
jacked
nothing
up. Oh,
for
really?
you.
Oh,
And
really?
you look up, they're like,
Oh,
asshole.
really? And then you know they're mad. Oh, really? But the thing is, look,
you
bro,
literally have to hit custom sometimes. Sometimes they say custom because they don't have the option for zero.
Look,
Hit that custom and put zero.
He's tripping.
15,
Like, this is ridiculous.
I would
What
at
are we
least
doing?
give. I'll say,
I'm sorry. This is,
if you bag my stuff up,
you know,
I will give you a tip. If you bag it, if I take it out,
at
if I
the
say
supermarket, at Ralph's.
What?
Well, I'm talking about bagging what?
What? No, I'm talking about like if I go to a place and get takeout, they have to put it together. That is something they have to do.
You tipping?
What I'm saying is, I'm not tipping 15%. I'm not tipping 20% because literally you would have done it anyway. You would have done it anyway. You just put it in a bag and gave it to me to go. So I'll give you 10% because I know life is hard. 10%. But you asking for 18, 20% on that, I can't do it. I'm never going to do it. But I will give you something on it. I will give you something on it because it did take effort to put it in the bag. But if you're asking for 18%, that's a lot.
Okay, first of all,
You
that's
walk up to the counter.
first of all, that's
okay.
their job to put it in the bag.
Right.
But
I feel that.
I'm
Where
going
are
to
they
say you're
doing that
out
shit?
of bounds.
Out of bounds.
You're out of bounds because tipping is optional. They're putting it out there, and it might be a little bit harder.
Putting
for
it
you.
out there.
Yeah, I mean, on the credit card machines. Before there were no credit, so now with the credit card machines, they can put that shit out there. Okay. Now I don't go off percentage all the time. Okay, for example. So I have a couple breakfast places that I'll hit up, little restaurants, right? And I don't know what the meal is. It doesn't really matter. When I'm done, I leave them $5. That's the tip I leave. It doesn't matter what the price.
Did you sit down?
I'm there. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So
I'm
it
cool with
doesn't
that.
matter
I'm cool with
what that bill is. It could
No,
be
you went to
$12.
You went to Panda
Here's $5.
Express. Did you
Here's
tip?
No, I'm not tipping at Panda Express.
They want 18%.
You know what though? I'm gonna say
No.
this.
They want 18%.
What you mean, like
Ask
the
me
stuff
that.
they already do?
Listen.
Wait, you go in and walk in the line. I want half and
Listen.
half.
Listen,
I want half
they
and
want
half.
18%.
Wait,
everywhere.
Wait, hold on.
They want
Wait,
100%.
wait, hold on.
Doesn't
They want
mean you got to
18%.
give
Money.
it.
Hold on, money. No, sorry. I
Hey.
need to clarify some stuff because I'm really gonna clarify. If you go to Panda Express,
They want 18%.
and you go and say, I want double orange chicken, half and half,
Yeah.
and they pop that in there and
Yeah.
they put it to the thing and they ask you for 18%.
You put your card in there.
No way.
And they ask
You
you
put the
to
card in there.
No way.
There it says
No way.
18 and
Absolutely
gives you a
not.
total.
Absolutely not.
There's nowhere.
Absolutely
and
not.
they put the cutest
Absolutely
girl
not.
on the
Absolutely
register.
not.
Look,
Absolutely not.
hey,
I have done this for years.
hey, listen.
Panda Express
They
has been out
got-
for the past 20
They
years. I
have listen.
ate
They
Panda
have
Express.
something that got
Matter of
emojis
fact,
on there.
Simpson,
and-
you ate Panda Express today. There is no way
Listen.
that I am going to sit
They
there
want
and give
18%.
them 18 to 20% on something
When
they
did-
already do.
Let
When did
me
it
ask you this.
become
Let me ask you this.
And
Okay,
I'm
you
sorry.
know this.
Okay,
Now
okay,
you know
all right,
this.
all right, guys.
You know this.
cut the tape because we sound like elitists.
Okay.
Cut the tape.
Hang on. You know this, right? I know Money Mike doesn't know this, but you do know this. There are situations where you will quickly tip over 20%.
Oh, yes.
Like that first drink at the bartender that you know you're going to hit up a
Yes.
few more times.
Yes, sir.
That dude, you always tip him really
But
good
that's-
that first
but
drink.
that's
My drink is $6. I'm going to give him a $20 tip. I need you to pass all the drug chicks. I need you to go on.
But
Me, bro.
see,
Yeah.
here's the thing. But
Bingo.
that's tradition. I'm talking about Panda Express, Jersey Mike's,
they're pushing it.
McDonald's, Burger King. I'm talking about Yogurtland. I'm talking about these places that we go in
Oh,
and grab our stuff.
I think if
And-
it's self-service, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I love you,
Yogurtland, that
America.
kinda
I love
kills
you,
me.
America.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I love
so
y'all.
you are inbound on the self-service places. I'll give you that. So yes, and it has gotten a little out of control. And in Europe, they don't tip at all. Zero. If you tip, they look at you like you're a asshole American.
Yeah.
It's in the fee. And as far as packaging your food, that's what they're getting paid to do hourly.
No, I just feel
So
a
it's
little
like,
bit like,
you
okay,
know.
I came and ordered it. I didn't I don't know. I give them a little bit.
I got
What?
called out once during COVID. I ordered like Uber Eats or something, and you know how there's those tips down there, and I gave $1. And the dude texted me after. He's like, "Are you serious? $1?" He's like, "It's COVID right now. We're trying to make a living, and you tipped me $1." He seriously texted me.
You
that.
took the time.
Oh yeah, and I was like, you know what? I got to give that guy some respect, dude. Like, so-
I
You
mean,
took the
but
time.
well, here's the thing. First of all, I'm not eating that food because that dude probably did something to it.
no, the tip came after. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
you can
hey,
do it after.
Hey, you know what? I will
Yeah.
tell you what. You would deserve that $1 because you gave me
for
shit
being
about
so
it.
picky. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching another great episode of the Profanity Nation
Yes,
podcast.
sir.
You can join us every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. on infanitytv.com. We'll be back next week, so don't miss it. We
Peace.
out.
Peace.